What's good, guys? Popo here. Thank you very much for coming to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I like to go over different workflows on your MPC X, MPC keys. I've been really getting into the MPC keys lately because I've always had to use a keyboard to control my other stuff. But now I have my MPC X controlling my analog gear and me telling it what to do all from this one board. I'll also show you a really cool trick for whenever you're stuck and don't know how to make a song using just a random grid editor and a few delay effects. You can come up with a groove just like this one that you hear right here. Again, I just want to run you through that and show you what buttons to push. If you're new to the channel, this is what I do. 99% of the content on this channel is Akai stuff. And I do have my ups and downs along the way, just like everybody else, but this here has really changed the way that I've been able to make music. And I want to show you guys a lot of stuff, like what to do with all of these songs that are in your MPC. I cleaned out my MPC X that I got back in 2018, okay? And I had 275 projects. It was 300 gigabytes worth of audio, and I've been going through each one of those and stemming them out. I'm putting them to work now. It's kind of like I like to have all of my prep done, and then I'm going to put them to cook now. So it's a lot of work, and I'm going to share that along the way on the channel, because if you want to get your music on TikTok and get some views going, a little passive income, I'm learning a little bit about it. And I've been also watching a few good videos about sync licensing, so I am going to get into that too. Sync licensing is more about being in the background, kind of like this song. If I were to have registered it and done the steps that I want to show you along the way, I would be getting paid for this to be in the background right now. But I didn't do the steps, so it's not going to work that way. But that's what I want to show you, is why and how you can approach this to make a little bit of money, to get return on investment, okay? Not to make money, but to get return on investment. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and show you that, and I'm really excited for everybody who's come and check out the little single that I dropped. I appreciate that very much. It really got a lot of traction. I didn't know that it was going to take off like that. But I got a ton of support from you guys, and from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. Let me show you this trick really quick before we get any nitty gritty, okay? It's really easy. All we're going to do, so what we're basically going to do here, we're just going to go ahead and hit next on here. I like to leave the screen on here because it shows me when there's updates and I don't have to look online. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my user template. If you haven't seen the user template video, I just go through about 8 different plugins, and I pick the sounds that I want per track, and then I saved it as a template. What I'm going to use today is the Hype Warm Piano Stack, and this is really dope, because if I want to, let's set this for, well, let's just go to track right here, right? This is an empty project. We're just going to hit pencil, go to generate random events. For the pattern size, let's go ahead and go back to the main screen. I thought I could adjust it there. We're going to set the bars to 40. Okay? And it's like, yeah, okay, let's just hit the pencil, generate random events. I'm going to set this for 40. And what it's going to do, this here, note length, I want these to be like eighth count, okay? I don't want them to be like the 16 ticky. I want it to be like doom. I want 8 counts. So C2, we're gonna go C2 to C6. These are the octaves, meaning, you know, octaves on your keyboard. So I want 3 different octaves. So there we go, and I'll leave the rest pretty much alone. I'll hit do it. Now when I hit this grid editor, it's got all the random notes for the whole dilly bop, right? It's pretty dope. It's got all kinds of stuff, and when I hit play, it's going to do a bunch of stuff that look, it just plays some random stuff, right? So it's really cool to be able to get in there, but what I want to show you is we're only using track 4 right now. And you can really get in here. I want to show you how to add sub layers and higher layers to this. So that's kind of what I want to get at here. So I'm going to hit play and we're going to listen to this. It's going to be a mess, but we're going to fix it by adding effects to it. And this is just good for making some ambient music. And if you just don't know what to do, just select the track we're on and go to inserts. And I'm going to add a delay. This is probably my favorite to add to drums or synthesizers. Okay. So we're done with that. I'm going to go back to track. I'm going to hit this pencil. I want to copy this. I'm going to copy track. Copy it to 9. Okay. It should be 5, but my template's different. So now I have 2 tracks playing the same thing. I'm going to change the plugin on track 9. So now I have 2 tracks playing the same thing. You can hear it. Let's go back to the mixer. And it's showing track 2's playing. So, well, it's the way that I have my template set up. Let's add a delay to that. Now what's really, really cool is I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, okay. On my mixer, I was in programs. That's why. Program 2. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to copy this one more time. Copy. To 10. Change it to track 10. Select a different plugin. And then I'm going to transpose this right on the screen. Right here. You can go up or down. Or, instead of copying this track, let's clear it. Let's go back to track 9. We're on track 10. Let's generate some more random events. Generate random events for another 40 bars. And instead of C2 to C6, I'm only going to go to C4. And we're going to go down to C1 or C0. This way I can get some random bass notes in there too. C-1. And this one, since it's going to be bassy, I just want them at quarter notes. So let's do it. Now I can go into my channel mixer. This is super dope to be able to come up with some random music. It's just interesting, that's all. Right on, guys. I'm Polypopo. I thought that was just a really cool little tip that this, when you go in here and you're on a blank project and you go to your first track, I like to load up all my plugins and get my sounds selected. You go up to 40 bars. I mean, that's half a song, and all you got to do is record this. And yeah, it might not be good for something you're doing, but if it's recorded, you can go into your sampler, and that's the whole thing, is to be able to go into your sampler and resample this. Just go in here, and you change it with a data wheel, and you arm it, and as soon as I hit play, oh, I had it all muted out, don't I? Now keep in mind, it's a random 40 bars. So it's just straight up capturing random samples, so without drums. We're just gonna go 16 seconds here. I should go 64, this way I could put them across the keys, but we'll do it like this. Let's go in here and edit. This is our sample. Let's process it, normalize it. Okay, do it. And let's go back to main here and hit a drum and edit sample. So, with the data wheel, let's select over. We can check the sample out. Now we can grab this here and tune it. Some people like to go up. I like to go both ways, up or down. I want to go down. And then I'm going to trim it, chop it into regions. I'll do 32. Reason I do 32, I should do 40. This way I get a good second, on each one. But I want to be a little loose and swingy. So what I'm saying is on the main, we did 40 bars. This one's in 32 regions. If you do a 40 bars, it'll be nice and clean chopped. But I want it a little loose. So to save it, say you like these chops, you got to hold down Shift and convert. Yes, do it. Now you go back to main. Now I can go to that pad mixer. Pad mixer right here. Put my reverb on that one. And this is just out of a random... Pretty cool stuff, guys. I love making videos, and I thought that this was something that could be beneficial to just finding random samples. Again, I'm going to get into more sequencing. I'm telling you, I found 200 and some projects inside of my MPC that I have to get out of there into songs. I have to shoot album covers. I was debating on, I don't know, I was kind of debating on if I should, because a lot of people, when they release their music, they'll do like singles and then they'll do an album. I'm thinking, like, should I even register the stems separately in case if somebody just wants to use the bass line? Like, is that something some people do? I don't know. But I was thinking about it, and that's a lot of stems. And what better way to take over a market like TikTok or Instagram or any of those, if you're trying to do that, to just have a bass line or just have a guitar riff that's trademarked. You know what I'm saying? I need to really get in with some good people in so many ways to be able to figure out how to do this the right way, because I'm investing money now, and it's like I don't want to go down the wrong path. So I'm learning from my mistakes on this too. But I have managed to get one song on to TikTok, and I'm just trying to see how that process works. But again, when I register my songs, it's like, do I want to register one song at a time or the whole album, or do I want to do both and the stems on top of that, or all the stems already taken care of since you registered the song. I have no idea. But to have them available on a streaming service like that, it's just a lot of questions that I have that I don't know the answers to right now. But as soon as I find out, I'll definitely share with you guys. Again, it's just a little mix and match here. Nothing special on the channel today, guys. Just that random grid editor and a little bit about what's going on. Again, thank you very much for the support. Check out Polypopo on Spotify, dude, and help me out. Little support there. That's always awesome. But it's more about the workflow that I'm trying to show. It's not that I want to. If I get a plaque or something in the future, that'd be super dope. But the whole thing is to be able to figure out what steps to take in order to get your songs from here onto TV or into the radio and get paid for it. And that's what I want to. That's what I'm trying to share on here. A lot of people, oh, dude, just register to DistroKid, or I use Songcast. Songcast is better. Yeah. Yes. Hmm. Yes. They did not pay me to say that either. But I use Songcast for sure. And I know a little bit about the copyright.gov, the BMI, and the ASCAPs, and the ones that get you overseas for monetization and everything. But like I say, as I learn and as I grow with this, I'll share with you guys. But this is pretty little dope little. This song was not dope. Nothing about this was dope. It was just the workflow. You might run into something or go into the grid editor and delete all the high notes that you don't want. You know what I'm saying? It's just something cool to get into that your MPC does. I don't see a lot of people using it. Right on. I'm Polypopo. I'm going to wrap this up, and I'll see you guys on the next one.